How do you feel about the World Health Organization now recognising this as a mental health condition?
It's really, really encouraging. It used to be kind of lumped into a whole melting pot of OCD, hoarding, whereas now to have its recognition and be able to get therapy specifically for that.
You can recognise that, Faye. You realise the situation. I mean, like, we all might be prone to keeping a few wee souvenirs and things like that, but to what degree? Explain to people how bad it is with you.
To give you an example, it's a very, very secretive disorder. And so my friends and family weren't aware that for over a year I was housebound. I couldn't get into my bathroom, which meant that I couldn't shower and do basic hygiene functions. I couldn't get into my kitchen in order to do the washing, to change my clothes. I was eating cold ready meals out of the packets with disposable utensils because I couldn't get to my cooker because my kitchen and my bathrooms were overrun.
Do you know what, Faye? Until I saw a number of documentaries on the BBC, on Channel 4 and Channel 5 about all of this, there's a lot of people who do this. But what I want to know from you is, in respect of the rest of your life, right? We understand there's a problem here at home with what you hoard, but can you function properly, ordinarily in your everyday life? I mean, would you have a job? Can you go to the shops? Does it manifest itself in any other way in your everyday life?
You'll always have, for example, OCD or hoarding, but there are times when you can manage it. But at this stage in my life, I've got to a point where I don't have a social life.
Yeah.
I find it very hard to leave the house. It's very anxiety-inducing.
You haven't had anybody visit your house for many years, have you?
That's right. I haven't had anyone in my house for 4 years, and I used to be very sociable.
Yeah. Right. We suggested maybe, we could send a camera, but you couldn't cope with that. But you
Not
did do
at all.
some of your own pictures
I
for
did,
us.
yeah.
Just tell us what it's like living day to day in the house you're in now with all this stuff around you.
Well, at the moment, to give you an example, I haven't been in my bedroom for over a year, so I'm actually sleeping on the sofa. I've not been able to have people in my home. I can't...
Is that your bedroom? No, where's that? Is this your...
This is my living room,
Your living room. And you're sleeping in there?
I'm sleeping on the sofa, yeah.
You just can't bear to throw any of this away?
Mine is OCD related, and so I have to check everything. So, for example, throwing an item, I have to check it and shake it 30 times for every single item.
So if you just wanted to throw away one newspaper, say?
A newspaper has to be done page by page, shaken 30 times every page.
Well, Claire, it's obvious, to everyone else what the problem is. Poor Faye, with what she has to go through. How can she be helped? Or, obviously this classification as a mental health condition must help.
It definitely will, because it will bring more awareness. It will bring more patience as well from the families of sufferers, because to a lot of people, it's such a frustrating illness. I understand what Faye is saying. I've had hoarders hoard their own phlegm. I've had people hoard used tissues. So when you bring a family member into that, they say, well, surely we should just throw all this away. But it's a part of that person, and it's very, very difficult for them to move forward.
But Faye, could I ask you, despite what you've told us, are you happy in your own world or not?
Not at all.
Not at all.
No. I can't have a relationship. I've chosen not to have children because of my illness.
What about your family? Your mum and...
It massively impacts. The biggest people in my life are my mum and my brother, and that's why I want to change, because I can see the hurt I'm bringing them. Probably 5 or 6 times in my life I've wanted to take my own life, and not because I want to die. I love living, but I hate this life. It's living torment.
Claire, what can be done for Faye?
I mean, obviously, Faye can go through her GP and have some talk and therapy, which always helps. And we find antidepressants do help. A lot of the clients that I work with just raise their energy levels. But for a lot of people, Faye has done the most important first thing, because of a lot of hoarders, they have no insight into the fact that they're a hoarder. So Faye has done the most important first step, which is saying, yes, I have a problem with this and I need help with it.
And there is help available. Faye, again, thank you so much much for talking about it, and we do hope you get the help you need,
Thank
because you
you.
said you do want to change
Yeah.
the way you live, and I'm sure you would have helped a lot of people to know that they're not the only person.
Yeah.
And it's amazing to
They're
think that
going through
there are people like Claire Dahill out there as a hoarding consultant. How many people are there like you around the country?
It's a bit of a difficult. You get a lot of people who will go in and just do a big chemical, like a deep clean, and that's not what these people need, and then it tends to put them back. And there's no funding for it from the NHS, so it's very, very difficult.